You chase a headache with 2 ibuprofen, swap your water bottle for a 3rd iced coffee, and end the night with a bag of salty chips. It feels harmless, routine even. But here's the gut punch. Those seemingly nothing daily choices could be quietly steering you towards a future you never imagined, one spent in a dialysis chair. Your kidneys are masters of silent suffering. They don't scream in pain. They send subtle whispers. And by the time those whispers become loud enough to notice, the damage can be irreversible. Stay with me, and I'll walk you through 6 everyday habits that are quietly shredding your body's master filters. We'll also uncover the 6 sneaky symptoms that most people dismiss as just stress or a normal part of aging, but could actually be your kidneys crying out for help. That nagging knee pain or recurring headache has you reaching for a bottle of ibuprofen or naproxen a few times a week. What's the harm? Here's the science. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, work by blocking enzymes called prostaglandins. While this eases your pain, it's a disaster for your kidneys. Think of your kidneys as a delicate garden that needs a steady supply of water to thrive. Prostaglandins are what keep the garden hose fully open, ensuring a healthy flow. When you take an NSAID, it's like someone is constantly stepping on that hose, pinching the supply of blood to your kidney's delicate filtering units. For most people, occasional use is fine. But if you're taking them consistently, especially if you're dehydrated or already have high blood pressure, you are starving that garden of water, causing the tissues to scar and wither. Instead of automatically reaching for a pill, try a warm compress or 10 minutes of targeted stretching. If you must take an NSAID, never exceed 1,200 milligrams in a day. Always take it with food, and drink plenty of water to support your kidneys. Did you know that 9 out of 10 people consume far more sodium than their bodies need? And the real villain isn't the salt shaker on your table. It's hiding in plain sight in foods you'd never suspect. Bread, deli meats, canned soups, frozen dinners, and bottled salad dressings. Imagine your kidneys are bouncers at an exclusive club, and their job is to manage the crowd, your body's fluids. When you overload your system with salt, it's like a massive, unruly mob trying to push its way in. To control the mob, the bouncers have to hold on to a lot of water, which dramatically increases the pressure inside the club. That's your blood pressure. This constant pounding pressure damages the club's fragile fixtures, especially the delicate plumbing inside your kidneys. This can also lead to more protein leaking into your urine, a major risk factor for declining kidney function. The recommended limit is under 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, but for those with or at risk for kidney disease, the goal should be closer to 1,500 milligrams. Start tasting your food before you season it, and swap out salt for flavorful alternatives like citrus zest, smoked paprika, or fresh herbs. That frozen pizza or instant noodle cup might be a lifesaver on a busy night, but it's a long-term liability for your kidneys. A 2022 study found that people with the highest consumption of ultra-processed foods had a 24% higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease. In fact, for every additional daily serving of processed food, the risk of kidney disease increases. These foods are a triple threat. First, the sodium overload. Second, they are high in inorganic phosphorus additives. Natural phosphorus in whole foods is absorbed slowly, but the kind in processed foods is like a sugar rush. It's absorbed almost completely, creating a flood that damaged kidneys can't handle. Third, high heat processing creates harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Think of these as rust. They build up and cause oxidative stress and inflammation, corroding the kidney's delicate machinery from the inside out. The simple solution? Batch cook on the weekend. A big pot of lentil soup or chili, portioned and frozen, gives you a quick, kidney-friendly meal without the chemical cocktail. Your body is about 60% water, and your kidneys are on the front lines of managing it. When you become dehydrated, it's like trying to brew coffee without enough water. The filter quickly gets clogged with a thick sludge of grounds. Similarly, when you're dehydrated, your blood thickens, and your kidneys struggle to filter out waste products like sodium and urea. Your urine becomes more concentrated with these minerals and waste, which is the perfect recipe for forming painful kidney stones. Chronic, low-level dehydration puts constant strain on your kidneys, which can contribute to long-term damage over time. So how much is enough? General guidelines suggest about 9 cups of fluid for women and 13 for men, but this can vary based on climate and activity level. Don't wait until you're thirsty. A great trick is to get a large reusable bottle and mark it with time targets to keep you on track throughout the day, and pay attention to your urine color. If it's the color of dark apple juice, you're already significantly dehydrated. A few drinks to unwind on the weekend can feel like a well-deserved reward, but your kidneys might disagree. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more frequently. This can lead to dehydration, which, as we just discussed, impairs kidney function. But the real danger lies in binge drinking, more than 4 drinks for women or 5 for men in 2 hours. Think of your kidneys as a sensitive piece of electronic equipment. A binge is like hitting them with a massive power surge. This sudden spike in blood alcohol can overwhelm their circuits and cause acute kidney injury, AKI, a sudden episode of kidney failure. While AKI is often reversible, it can sometimes cause lasting damage. Furthermore, regular heavy drinking is known to double the risk of chronic kidney disease and can directly contribute to high blood pressure, a leading cause of kidney failure. If you drink, limit yourself to 1 standard drink per day and make it a rule to drink a full glass of water for every alcoholic beverage you consume. The link between smoking and lung cancer is well known, but its devastating effect on the kidneys often flies under the radar. Smoking is a powerful and independent risk factor for the development and progression of chronic kidney disease. Here's how it works. Nicotine and other chemicals in cigarette smoke act like a corrosive agent on your blood vessels, causing them to narrow and harden. This reduces blood flow to the kidneys, starving them of the oxygen they need to function. Smoking also raises blood pressure and kicks your nervous system into overdrive, putting immense strain on your renal system. Over time, this damage leads to scarring. It's like replacing the flexible, living tissue of your kidneys with hard, useless cement, making it impossible for them to filter anything. The good news is that blood flow to the kidneys can improve within weeks of quitting. If you're finding this information valuable, take a moment to hit that subscribe button for more evidence-based health deep dives. And let's make this interactive. Drop a comment below and tell us which one of these habits you're going to work on ditching this week. It's easy to flush and forget, but your urine holds critical clues about your kidney health. Think of your kidneys' filters as a high-tech kitchen strainer. A healthy strainer keeps large things like pasta, protein in the pot, while letting the water out. If you notice your urine is consistently foamy or bubbly, like the head on a beer, it could mean your strainer is damaged. Holes are forming, allowing that protein to leak out into the toilet bowl. This is called proteinuria. A reddish or tea-colored urine can indicate hematuria or blood in the urine, another sign of filter damage. If you notice either of these changes, it's worth getting a simple urine test. At the end of the day, you take off your socks and notice deep, persistent ridges etched into your ankles. This isn't just a sign of tight socks. It could be a sign of edema or fluid retention. When your kidneys are struggling, they can't effectively remove excess sodium and water from your body. It's like a dam overflowing. Gravity then pulls this extra fluid down into your feet and ankles. If you notice swelling that appears early in the day, or if pressing on the skin leaves an indentation that lingers, it's a red flag. Pay attention, especially if it's accompanied by puffiness around your eyes in the morning. This isn't just feeling tired. It's a profound, bone-deep fatigue that no amount of sleep or caffeine seems to touch. Imagine your body as a massive company. Healthy kidneys act as the HR department, producing a hormone called EPO that tells your bone marrow to hire new workers, the red blood cells that carry oxygen. When your kidneys are damaged, HR is sick. They stop making calls, so fewer workers get hired. With a skeleton crew of red blood cells, not enough oxygen gets delivered, and the entire company, your muscles, your brain, slows to a crawl. This causes debilitating fatigue, weakness, and brain fog. If you're feeling perpetually wiped out, a blood test can check for anemia. You feel a maddening, persistent itch deep under your skin, but there's no visible rash. This condition, known as uremic pruritus, is a miserable symptom of advanced kidney disease. When the kidneys fail, they can't filter out waste. Imagine tiny, sharp crystals of phosphorus and other toxins circulating in your blood. These crystals get lodged under your skin, irritating your nerve endings from the inside out. No amount of lotion or scratching the surface can provide relief because the problem isn't on your skin, it's in your blood. It's a clear signal that toxins are accumulating in your system. This isn't the sharp, debilitating pain of a pulled muscle. It's a dull, persistent ache felt deep in your flank, just below the rib cage on one or both sides. This is the area where your kidneys are located. While kidney disease itself is often painless, This type of ache can be caused by fluid retention stretching the delicate capsule surrounding the kidney, like overinflating a small balloon. Or it could indicate a kidney stone or infection. Pay attention to when it happens. Does it feel worse after a particularly salty meal? That could point to fluid-related pressure. For years, your blood pressure has been a healthy 110/70ths, but suddenly, at a routine checkup, it's 140/90ths. Don't just blame stress. Your kidneys act as your body's master blood pressure thermostat. Through a complex system, and by managing fluid levels, they keep things in the perfect range. When the kidneys are damaged, that thermostat breaks. It can get stuck on high, causing your blood pressure to rise. It's a two-way street. Just as constantly high pressure can break the thermostat, a broken thermostat causes high pressure. If you have a sudden, unexplained jump in your readings, it's crucial to investigate your kidney function as well. The most dangerous thing about kidney damage is that you often can't feel it until it's advanced. But you are no longer in the dark. You now have the power to protect your body's vital filters. It starts with conscious choices. Swap the painkillers for a stretching routine, trade the salt shaker for spice, make hydrating a priority, and cap alcohol intake. And be vigilant about the whispers. Watch for foamy pee or ankle swelling, listen to that bone-deep fatigue, and don't ignore that mysterious itch, side ache, or a sudden jump in your blood pressure. Pick one habit to change this week. Just one. Tell us which habit you're changing in the comments below, and if any of these symptoms ring true, make an appointment for a simple kidney screening. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like for more health tips. Your future self will thank you for it. Protect your filters now, and they'll protect you for a lifetime.